Well, you touched on two terms, and I'd like to dive a little bit deeper onto those. And you talk about constructed identity versus conferred. And so you talked about that a little bit, but can you give us a little bit more insight as to maybe a definition of clearly what is one versus the other, and how do they affect us throughout our lives?
Sure. Well, if you think about when you're growing up, parents tend to influence who you think you are, by the things they say to you. Sometimes they'll say, you would make a great lawyer, or you're a great athlete. Maybe you have a career there. Just those types of things. If they emphasize education, right, then school's really important, and you're a smart, educated person. That type of thing. So that's the conferred part. We're telling you who we see you as. And then as you get older, coming into adolescence, you begin to say, okay, I'm not sure I'm totally what they say I am, or who they say I am. I may be great at convincing people to do things. So, career in sales might be great, but I don't like it. Just because I'm great at it doesn't mean that's me.
Sure.
And in fact, that was my experience. I was always told I should be a salesperson. And I didn't like that.
Yeah.
My goal was to help to influence people. So that's the part of the self-constructing. Clubs I might have been in growing up, or any of us would have been in high school. Did we participate in athletics or the band? Other kinds of experiences growing up shape and construct who we decide that we are. And that continues, right? It continues throughout our lives.
Yeah, it's a never-ending construction of our own identity.
That's right.
Okay, well, that makes sense. And so I'd like to get a little personal, if you don't mind. Is how is this way of thinking and understanding, our own identities? How has this affected maybe you personally? Is there a story there?
Yeah, there's probably a bunch of stories there, but I'll give you one. So what I said about sales, that was how when I was brought up, that was something that my parents said, you'd be a great salesman. So I started off getting a business degree in college, and I did great, but I didn't like it. And so that, for me, I guess I was a late bloomer. I started figuring out after my first year in college, what do I really want to do? And so that's when I began to construct my own identity, which is helping people to, I guess, selling people on the idea of becoming their best self, and living at the intersection of their gifts and their passions.
Sure.
So that's what I did. And I tell people I haven't worked a day since I was 25, because I've been doing what I love.